Hi everybody, this is Amy from Temple Seeker, and today I'm going to be talking to you about using Vinted to clear out your wardrobe and make a little bit of money in the process. So I started using Vinted this year in just at the end of June or beginning of July, and within the first 9 weeks I've made £152, and that's just from selling on my old clothes, some of them which have been worn but they don't fit me anymore, some of them which still had the labels in and I maybe didn't like them or they didn't fit me, so I never took them back. And I've also had some jewellery that I sold online. Some of it is my own unwanted jewellery and some of it is my own jewellery making. So I've had success with Vinted, and I want to share with you today some of my top tips on using Vinted. So the benefits of Vinted over some of the other online selling platforms such as eBay, one of the main things for me is that Vinted actually gets the buyer to purchase your shipping label. So all you need to worry about is the packaging. And what you can do is you basically just need to set yourself up with some really good tape and a pair of scissors. Those are essential. And then you can save yourself some old Amazon packaging. So I'll show you what I've been collecting. Loads and loads of these here, and you can recycle those. And then a top tip from Auntie Deb, thank you Deb, is to gather your bubble wrap. Save your bubble wrap because this can keep clothes nicely in the post. They don't make sure that they don't get damaged. And then another top tip from Auntie Deb is to invest in some of this nice colourful paper. So what I do is I wrap it in bubble wrap first, then I wrap it in a nice colourful tissue, and then I put it in a new Amazon package. And the only other thing that I bought were some big sacks for when I get bulk orders. So I probably spent about maybe £15 or £20 online to get my packaging sorted, and then I've easily made that back in the first week of Vinted sales. So that's really all that you need to get yourself set up. I would say that there's a few things that you need to know about Vinted. First of all, when you set up your account, absolutely do not mention anything about taking sales off platform. So when you have a new account, the scammers will be like vultures on you, and they'll be sending you messages asking you to send things and then pay via PayPal. If Vinted think that you are engaging with this, they will possibly block your account instead of the scammer's account. And that's because it's a load of robots that are working for them. So in my first couple of weeks of using Vinted, I responded to the scammer, and I made a mistake of doing that. And I said to the scammer, no, I'm sorry, I don't engage in discussions off platform. And because I'd mentioned discussions off platform, they banned my account. So I then had to raise it with the Vinted customer service team, and it took a good few weeks before I actually got through to a proper person for them to realise that it was the other account that needed closing and not mine. So my best tip is, if anyone asks you to pay off platform or discuss anything via WhatsApp or anything like that, just block them. Don't answer them. Don't use any words like PayPal or WhatsApp in any of your messages to your clients. Your account will get banned. So then when you start uploading your pictures, it's really important that you photograph all parts of the item. So you need to make sure that you take a photo of the front of the item, the back of the item, take a photo of the label, and also make sure that you take a photo of any sizing or washing instruction labels as well. And that will help you to be compliant and help your item to sell. It's particularly important when you're selling branded items. So I sold a Ted Baker jacket for about $17.99, and because I'd got photos of all of the labels and the lining, it sold quite quickly. My top tip for you regarding pricing is, don't think that you need to price as low as Vinted suggests. So feel free to put it on for what you think it's worth or what you think it should sell at. And then after a couple of weeks, if it hasn't sold at that price, you can easily bring it down a little bit. The reason why you need big sacks is because you might get bulk orders. So one of the other things that I recommend that you do is set bulk order discounts on your Vinted. So you might decide to say, do a 10% discount for 2 items a 20% discount for 3 items, a 30% discount for 4 items, something like that. This works particularly well if you've got a customer who is a similar size to you and has similar taste or likes similar brands to what you're selling. So I did a really good bulk order of about 40 quid on 3 Topshop dresses, 2 winter dresses, and then a summer dungaree dress. So I sold those with a slight discount, but they still all went for a really good price. If you've got brands that you sell regularly, like Topshop, Dorothy Perkins, Zara, any of your main high street brands, state what brand they are, and make sure that you make a comment on the size and whether it's true to fit or not. Sometimes people will message you and ask you questions, and then you can perhaps measure it for them or take a photograph with the item next to something so they can get perspective, things like that. Make sure that you always respond to questions quickly, and when you get orders, particularly your first orders, you need to post those really quick, because you don't want the first few reviews saying slow seller or poor quality item. You need at least 2 or 3 really good reviews in the beginning, and then when you've got those, your account will really start to take off. The other most important tip that I need to tell you is that you need to make sure that you upload little and often. So instead of uploading, say, 40 items all in one go, do 3 or 4 items a day, like every day for a couple of weeks. And that new uploading will gain traction. And there's something in the Vinted algorithm that likes regular uploads. So you tend to stay at the top of people's feeds, and that's when you get more orders. So for me, the way that I made my 152 quid in about 8 weeks is, in the beginning, I was uploading regularly, maybe 3 or 4 different items every day. And then once people realised the size and style that I was selling, if they liked that, you would then get repeat customers as well. So I really like Vinted. I really rate it as an app. It's very easy to use. If you need any more tips on using Vinted, or if you'd like another update from me on how my sales are going, just drop me a message. And then what I might do is record another Vinted video coming up to Christmas to let you know how much I've been making when I hit about the 6-month mark. It has slowed down a little bit now, but what I'm hoping to do is save money as well as make money, because I'm also on a no buy or a low buy year. So if you'd like to watch videos on that as well, I've uploaded some, and I'll put the links below in the comments. So thank you so much. Please do subscribe, and if there's anything I can help you with, just let me know. See you later.